Hi friends, I Professor Saranganil Sauji. Today we are going to discuss the topic of operator overloading. It is one of the characteristics of C++, or we can say that it is one of the characteristics of object oriented programming. So let's see what is the meaning of operator overloading, or why we are going to use the concept of operator overloading. Let's see. One of the aim and objective of C++ is, though your class is an user-defined data type, but it must behave like an built-in data type. What it means actually, it should follow the characteristics of built-in data type. So one of the characteristics of built-in data types, so let's see, if we are going to declare three variables, integer, we can say that integer x, y and z. So if I will take the value of x is equal to 10 from the user, y is equal to suppose 20, so I can easily do it, z is equal to x plus y, and then I will get, if I will print the value of z, so I will directly print the value of z, and I will get the answer, or I can say I will get the output is 30. What it means actually, we can do the arithmetic operations directly onto the built-in data type. Is it possible for the user-defined data type? Can we directly add two objects? Can we directly subtract two objects? Can we multiply two objects? Can we do the division of two objects? Or can we perform the mod operation? No, it is not possible for the we can say that for the objects, or it is a user-defined data type. But what is our aim and objective of C++? It must, though your class is a user-defined data type, but it must behave like an built-in data type. It should follow the characteristics of built-in data type. So to achieve this, we are going to use the concept of operator overloading. Let's see how it works. Now suppose I want to do the addition of two numbers. We will take very simple example. I want to do the addition of two integer numbers. So what I will do, first of all, I will declare a class. It is class addition. I can give any name to it is user defined data type. So I have given the name is addition. I want to do the addition of two numbers. So what I will do is I will declare two variables, integer x, y, and I want to store the sum, or I want to do the addition of these two numbers and store the result into one variable. So I will declare that variable as a sum. Then it is in public part, here is void get data. I will accept the values from the user. So I will take the function name is get data. You can take it accept, read, any function name you can give. Then I want to do the sum, so it is void. I can say that it is, I will give the name is add, and then I want to display it, so it is void. I can say that display, void display. So this is my class. This is my simple class. So there are three data members and three member functions. Now I want to define those functions outside the class. So we know the syntax already. So it is void. We can say that the class name is addition. Then it is a member function. So it is get data. Then here is I will say that cout, enter the two numbers, or enter the number. So it is enter the number, enter number, and then I will accept simple number. It is x. Is x, or I can say that, or more, we can make it more user friendly. So we can say that it is integer num, and there is a one variable, so it is, I will take only one. So now, then here is, instead of x, there is, I can take instead of taking only one object, I will take the three objects a1, a2 and a3. So I have accept the numbers. So it is, second one is void. It is again class name is addition, and then here is it is display. I will first write it down, the display function. So it is display, and here I will simply print cout, and likewise sum is, we can say that here is, I will display simple num, this sum, this is, and then here is, I will first write it down the integer, I will later write it down the definition of addition or add, we can say that. So here is integer main, I will create the 3 objects. So it is addition, I will create the a1 comma a2 comma a3. I have created 3 objects. How many objects? 3 objects. Now it is a1 dot get data. So I will accept the first number, a1 dot get data. Then it is a2 dot get data. And I want to store the addition into the object a3. So it is, I will simply, it is a3 dot add. Now we have to do some changes into the program, because now we are using the 3 objects. There are 3 objects, a1, a2 and a3, and all those 3 objects are having 1 copy of num. So the num copy of a1 plus num copy of a2, result we have to store it into the num copy of a3 objects. That's why what we have to do, we have to pass objects as a parameter to the add function. So here are the changes. So we can say that if we are passing the object, so it is addition comma the class name, both are class name. Slight changes. Now we can define it. So it is a3 dot add, and then it is simply a3 dot display. This is main. So now I am going to define the function add. So it is, I will say that it is void. It is void, then it is addition, the class name, addition, and then here is a scope resolution operator, here is add. I have to accept 2 objects, so it is addition x comma addition y. Correct? Because I have sent 2 objects a1 and a2, so it will accepted by the x object and it will accepted by the y object. And here is simple, num is equal to, it is x dot num plus y dot num. So this is the, here is the num, this is the variable of which object? It is the variable of a3 object, because a3 is responsible for calling the function add. That's why this num is of the a3 object. Now we have passed a1 and a2. A1 object is accepted by x and a2 object is accepted by y. Then it is num is equal to x dot num plus y dot num. Now a3 is responsible for calling the function display. Now that's why that num is this is the copy of which object? A3 object. So it will simply display it will print the value 30. Now how we can use the concept of operator overloading? Now can I directly write it down in the main? Can I directly write it down? A3 is equal to A1 plus A2. And then can I write it down? Cout is equal to A3. Cout, I am going to print the value of A3. No, it is not possible. It is not possible. We cannot perform directly mathematical operations to the object. But as I said earlier, it should follow the characteristics of built-in data type. And in built-in data type, we can directly add the value of x and y, and we can store it into the z, and we can print the value of z. So that's why we are going to use the concept of operator overloading. That means we are able to perform the mathematical operations, arithmetic operation, that means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division onto the objects. So how we can do this? Let's see. Now in the operator overloading there are 2 types. One is the unary operator overloading and second is the binary operator overloading. Unary means there is a single operator, there is a single operand. In the binary operator overloading there is a 2 operands and 1 operator. So here what we will do the changes, we are using the concept of operator overloading. So we will directly write it down. A3 is equal to A1 plus A2. This is the binary operator overloading, because how many operands are there? There are 2 operands, A1 and A2. And which operator we are going to overload? We are going to overload the plus operator. Okay, so what the concept is, or what the rules of operator overloading is, always left side operand is responsible for calling the function. So here A1 object is responsible for calling the function and A2 is passed explicitly. Okay, A2 passed explicitly. So we can simplify it, or I can write it down. A3 is equal to, it is A1 dot, it is this operator we are going to overload, so operator plus, and we are going to pass the object A2. A1 is responsible for calling the function, operator plus, operator is a keyword here, operator is a keyword, and A2 we are going to pass. A2 हम object को क्या कर रहे हैं, pass कर रहे हैं. So let's see what we will do. So here is function is again going to be changed. Function is going to be changed here. Here the declaration is again going to be changed. So here A3 we have to return the object because value is going to be stored into the object A3. So that function should return the object. Okay, which object of which class? It is addition class. So definitely return type is addition. Return type is addition. Then again class name is, so it is function name is, it is function name is operator plus. Operator plus, this is the function name. Operator is a keyword and plus is the operator which we are going to overload it. Then how many objects we are going to be passed? We are going to pass only one object, A2 object. That's why here we required how many objects? Only one object, addition. That's it. Rest of the functions are same. Get data function and display function is absolutely same. Only the changes seen in the function of add. Okay. Now how it will be the definition, or what will be the changes into the definitions. So here, so we have to, first is the return type. So we have to return the object, it is addition. Then there is a class name is addition. We are going to overload the function plus, operator plus, and A2 is passing only, it is implicitly passed, so it is, we have to accept one object is addition, we can say that it is X, fine. You can give any name, it is user defined name, so you can give X, Y, Z, or you can also write it down A2 as well, it doesn't matter. So it is, we will create one temporary object, so addition temp is a temporary object. So temp dot num is equal to num plus x dot num, and here we are going to return the object, return temp, return temp, correct? So what happening is here, A1 is responsible for calling the function, that's why this num, it is the copy of which object? Simply A1 object. Okay, A2 we are passing it and it is accepted by the object X, so that num copy is of which object? A2 object, A2 object. So num copy of A1 object plus num copy of A2 objects, and we are going to store the result into the temp object. Temp object, it is a temporary object, and now we are going to return the object temp. Now it is accepted by A3, and then simply it is A3 by A3 dot display, A3 dot display, and we will get the output. In this way we can overload the operator. This is the concept of simple operator overloading. I am talking about the binary operator overloading. How many operands are there? There are two operands and there is only one operator. In this way we can do the arithmetic operation. What we are doing is here, actually we are doing the addition of two objects, so that it follows, now it follows the characteristics of built-in data type, isn't it? Correct? Yes, it follows the characteristics of, we can directly perform the operations, any operation, any arithmetic operations onto the objects. We can achieve it. Simple. Any doubts?